It's April and it's the peak of the Seattle real estate spring market. But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like summer and August, except it's not hot and I didn't just get back from vacation. And why is that? Well, I would venture to guess it's because we've had some of the lowest sales this quarter than we've had in a long time. And granted, that did happen as well last year, but all of us thought last year was probably a fluke, that it was just a temporary shift, and that everything was going to be better in 2024, except it's not. Now we're back in the same boat we were last year with an unknown future and a market that we really haven't experienced in almost decades. And last week's report of economic growth in our country that we didn't expect and no slowdown in inflation really caused those interest rates to shoot up higher than they have in a while and sort of dashed our hopes that the Feds would cut rates in June. Now it's time to get nerdy and really talk about the data and what's happening in the Seattle real estate market this April. So I see this as being like a tale of two markets. There's what's happening in the condo market and what's happening in the single family home market, and they're very different. In the condo market, we have demand rates of 2.2, which is fairly high. And in the single family home market, our demand rate is only around 1.2, which is pretty stable. Now we're going to talk more about the single family home market in a little bit, but let's focus first on the condo market. What's happening in the condo market right now is that we're seeing really high demand rates in dense neighborhoods. Now, since 2021, we have seen a 30% drop in condo sales across the board in the city. That's huge. And even though I said the demand rate was 2.2 across the board, which is about 2 months of inventory, in these denser neighborhoods like Capitol Hill, First Hill, and downtown Belltown, we're seeing even higher inventory. Right now in Capitol Hill, there are 57 one-bedroom condos for sale. That is about 3 months of inventory. So we're looking at one buyer for every 3 condos. Numbers are even higher in Belltown. We have 85 one-bedroom condos for sale, which means there's 4 condos for sale for every 1 little buyer. That's 4 months of inventory. Now, there's a number of factors that are probably influencing this increase in inventory and decrease in sales in the condo market. And if you watch my video, Should I Rent or Should I Sell My Home in Seattle, I talk a little bit about why this might be happening. First off, we are seeing a shift to a renter's market in Seattle, which is pretty unusual. What that means, though, is that folks that have had these condos as investments for a long time are seeing decreased rent and less people coming to rent. There's so much more competition. So a lot of those folks are offloading their condos because they're not making great investments anymore. The other thing we're seeing is that worker practices have changed. There are fewer and fewer folks working 9 to 5 downtown in an office building every single day, which means there are fewer and fewer workers feeling the pull to be in these dense neighborhoods like Belltown, downtown, Capitol Hill, First Hill, or Queen Anne. They're okay living a little farther away because they're not commuting to work every single day. And that's also causing a lot of first-time home buyers to not choose a condo as their foray into homeownership first time around. They're okay with townhouses and homes that aren't in these dense neighborhoods. In the Seattle real estate single-family home market, we're seeing a very different story than the condo market. Right now, as I mentioned earlier, the demand rate was about 1.1, 1.2, which in reality is a stable market. Now, that said, we have had a 37% drop in home sales in the single-family home market as well. But we were seeing outrageous sales in 2022 and 2021. So what we're really experiencing right now is pretty much a stable market. It's not an upswinging market, it's not a seller's market, but it's definitely not a recession-level buyer's market. It's just a stable single-family home market. That said, there are some markets that are experiencing more of a seller's market, and that would be places like Ballard, and even in Duval, we had a multiple offer a couple of weeks ago. So the market is different from neighborhood to neighborhood where single-family homes are concerned. Bottom line is whether you're selling a condo or a single-family home or a townhouse this year, you still need to make sure that your house looks great, that everything is fixed, that you're hiring an agent that knows how to market your home well, and the key mindset to winning this year is going to be patient. That's your Diva Seattle real estate market update for April, folks. Please like this video and subscribe to our Team Diva channel. This is Kim Colaprete with Team Diva at Coldwell Banker Bain saying ciao for now.